So,
do we want to play that one, or do we?
oh yeah, no, we should play it.
we should
Yeah,
play it.
because we're
Okay.
going to tape it, right?
All righty.
And so before we start, is it time for me to do a little introduction?
No,
I'll just do that
yes.
right from here. I have my own microphone. No. So you tell me when we're running. We're going. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Second Wind Music Center and another edition of Singing for Seniors. And we'd like to, before we get started, say a big thank you to New Horizons Canada for their support for this project. And we'd also like to thank Paul Chilko, who is our technical wizard in the back, and doing sound and video and everything else, and Ann Turner, who does everything that Paul doesn't, and more. And we would like you to welcome today the Glass Sisters, featuring Wanda McFarlane and Joan Tremblay. And I'm helping out a little bit. I'm Peter McLaughlin.
Thank you. And it's a real pleasure to be here. And it's nice to have you here. We thought we might be having to sing to an empty room. These are all original compositions, and the first one we're going to sing is a gospel song, which you've just heard most of, but we're going to do it again. It's called You Leave Me Speechless. If I haven't thanked you lately, Lord, for all that you have given, there's a reason. You leave me speechless. You take my breath away. And if I haven't thanked you for this wondrous world we live in, there's a reason. You leave me speechless. You take my breath away. I want to thank you, Lord. I think of what I want to say, but when I'm in your presence, Lord, the words just slip away, and I'm speechless, speechless. You live within me, Lord. You know my heart, you know my mind. My prayer is that you will rejoice in all the praise you find. When I'm speechless, speechless, you leave me speechless. You take my breath away. You leave me speechless. You take my breath away. You leave me speechless. You take my breath away. You leave me speechless. You take my going to play this again at the end of the show, and I expect you to remember the tune.
Capo 3, please.
Three.
3.
All right, you got it.
You must have seen her sitting with her friends all gathered round, and known the pain that tried to break, the fear that tried to take her to the ground, the courage to keep doing all the things she had to do. Was it her own, or did it come from you? She was a sparrow, and you must have seen her fall. A sparrow, and you must have seen her fall. It took such a long, long time for that broken wing to mend. I must admit, I sometimes thought she'd never, ever, ever fly again. Even a little sparrow who can no longer fly can sing a song from where she sits that fills the air and reaches to the sky. The day she flew away, I guess you must have heard her sing, and touched her with your loving hand, and lifted her and healed her broken wing. She was a sparrow, and you must have seen her fall. A sparrow, and you must have seen her fall. It took such a long, long time for that broken wing to mend. I must admit, I sometimes thought she'd never, ever, ever fly again. It took such a long, long time for that broken wing to mend. I must admit, I sometimes thought she'd never, never, ever, ever fly again.
Thank you.
Wanda wrote all the songs that we're singing, just for reference. If you don't find them familiar, that's why they're not.
Some of you will have heard some of them before, because you're trapped in the house with me all the time. COVID does that.
Capo off.
Capo off. I have a keeper. I need a keeper. All right. A few years ago, when they were putting the highway through out back of Summerfield there was a lot of blasting going on. I heard that there were chunks of rock as big as Volkswagens landing in farmers' fields, but I didn't experience that. But the sun is shining behind the house Morning stretches the shadows out, and the windmills turning on Mars Hill Mountain are glinting white. Used to be fields back there, they're all grown up now, and I don't care. Can't see the hills the way you used to. Couple of years ago, the highway crew started blasting the 4-lane through, cracked the foundation wall. Then the water in the well went bad. That was the summer we lost Dad, and the barn burned in the fall. I look in the mirror and I want to shout, help me, somebody let me out. How did I get shut up in here behind these tired eyes? I am someone I used to know, and there are places that I want to go. Can't see the hills the way you used to. Couple of years ago, the highway crew started blasting the 4-lane through, cracked the foundation wall. Then the water in the well went bad. That was the summer we lost Dad, and the barn burned in the fall. It's 23 years since they cut the hay. Woods are getting closer every day, while I stand watching the windmills turn in the morning light. Poplars are springing up fast. Look at the beautiful shadows that they cast. Can't see the hills the way you used to. Couple of years ago, the highway crew started blasting the 4-lane through, cracked the foundation wall. Then the water in the well went bad. That was the summer we lost Dad, and the barn burned in the fall. The sun is shining behind the house. Morning stretches the shadows out, and the windmills turning on Mars Hill Mountain are glinting white. Thank you. Hello again. I suppose you thought by this time I'd have you totally off my mind. Hello again. I suppose I should have forgotten you, turned myself around, found someone new, but instead I find that I just can't keep the melody of your sweet love from playing in my mind. Hello
hello again. I just can't keep the smile off my face while you went away. I try to think, but I can't recall. And I was only halfway out of loving you. And once again I feel me fall. You're no stranger to this heart of mine. Part of you's in every song. Listen carefully, I think you'll find that I've loved you all along. Hello again. I suppose you thought by this time I'd have you totally off my mind. Hello again. I suppose I should have forgotten you, turned myself around, found someone new, but instead I find that I just can't keep the melody of your sweet love from playing in my mind. Whew!
Thank you.
That was just as hard as it looked.
Did it look hard? I didn't even know that. Most of these, or a lot of them at least, are kind of broken heart songs. And you probably had a broken heart. But most of the people who broke my heart are dead now. And that means I win, right?
It's the ultimate revenge. Yeah.
Does anybody here remember the Glassville Dance Hall?
Yeah, Sandra does.
Only one person. Oh, dear. Oh, I should have known that. In the woods out back of nowhere, there's a dance on Friday evening, and the band that generally goes there will let anybody sing. All the folks who pass each other every day on the street without a glance will all be friends on Friday when you see them at the Glassville dance. Swing your partner, swing her high. Let her know how it feels to fly. She'll tell all her friends when she gets a chance that she fell in love at the Glassville dance. Uncle Johnny likes to polka when he's had a drink or two. When you're on the floor, if you don't watch out, he'll dance all over you. You wouldn't ever think to see him through the week he could get up the energy to prance. But he'll be fine on Friday night when you see him at the Glassville dance. Swing your
your partner. Swing her high. Let her know how it feels to fly. She'll tell all her friends when she gets a chance that she fell in love at the Glassville dance. Old Aunt Margaret plays the fiddle when somebody asks her to. And if all her family's out there, that's just what they're gonna do. She'll put her mittens on and play a jig or two while the others clap and shout. She can play very well with her mittens on, but she can't play at all without. Swing your partner. Swing her high. Let her know how it feels to fly. She'll tell all her friends when she gets a chance that she fell in love at the Glassville dance. Swing your partner. Swing her high. Let her know how it feels to fly. She'll tell all her friends when she gets a chance that she fell in love at the Glassville dance. Oh. Thank you. I need a drink. There's nothing in that but lemon and honey. I'm
Lemon and
warning
honey,
you.
that's good. Anything else, and heaven only knows what would happen.
Excuse me.
Just a little side note. We've been working really hard to get ready for this because with COVID and everything, we haven't sung anywhere for a dog's age, like over 2 years since we've sung anywhere, except at home. And we've worked really hard, and we've both been having trouble with our voices. Wanda in particular, she has bronchitis, and she's been not able to sing. Anyway, we came here yesterday for our final practice with Peter, and in the parking lot, we were sitting there praying that God would cover us, that he would just carry us the rest of the way through because we'd done the work. And anyway, more than that happened because Peter ran off his driveway. But anyway, when we finally got together at 3:30.
Gave you extra time for that prayer.
Yeah,
that's right.
When we finally got together and started to practice, we started on You Leave Me Speechless, and Wanda's voice came out clear. And so did mine, but she'd hardly been able to talk, let alone sing. So thank you, Lord. All righty, now let's see if I can still do something.
She told me not to talk too much.
This is called Dreaming of Durango. Sunset in the valley, he can hear the loons cry, even though the river's miles away. Evening turns the line of hills across from where he's sitting. At least a dozen shades of blue and gray. How many years since he left Colorado? He feels as if he probably should know. But he's just sitting on the front porch wondering
Sunset in the valley, she puts down her guitar, walks over to the window by the door, and she smiles, remembering the way she used to wonder if he really loved her anymore. The way he used to talk of Colorado, and in his eyes she'd see the longing grow. There were times she almost thought he really meant to go, instead of dreaming of Durango. Sunset in the valley, the door behind him opens. He hears her footsteps on the soft wood floor. Her hand is on his shoulder. He reaches up to touch her. He never thinks of leaving anymore. And he remembers Colorado. He's so careful not to let it show. She bends to kiss his head and she pretends she doesn't know. He's dreaming of Durango. Dreaming of Durango. Thank you.
I'm clapping for her. She's doing all the work. Yes. And I don't suppose there's anybody here who remembers when the log drives went down the St. John River either. You'd have to have been right here before they built that dam. And that's kind of what this is about, the river then and now. Down by the river, near the trees on the east bank, there where the beach used to be. Last Sunday morning, I met Linda walking, and I don't think she even saw me. Oh, and I don't know for sure, but I think she was singing. She walked with her head hanging down, and the wind and the trees and the river added music to the sound. She always used to walk down there in springtime when that old river was new. Watch for the ice to break up and move out, and watch
watch for the drive to come through. Oh, she'd watch and she'd sing as the crews worked the river. She'd follow them when they moved on. And one year when the log drive was over, her Frenchman took her home. Oh, 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 now that old river's dammed up every few miles, and the logs don't come through anymore. The ice is jammed up, and the lowlands are flooded, and I don't know what she's looking for. Or why she would even want to go down there when her lover is long dead and gone, and the head ponds have swallowed up even the ground they walked upon. Down by the river, near the trees on the east bank, there where the beach used to be. Last Sunday morning, I met Linda walking, and I don't think she even saw me. And I don't know for sure, but I think she was singing. She walked with her head hanging down, and the wind and the trees and the river added music to the sound. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was supposed to be the wind, you know. Wind noises. I should have put a sign up that said wind noises here. I did have a friend who took a fancy to one of the fellas on the drive, but he didn't take her home. More's the pity.
Where the trucks stop for refueling, there's a young man at the counter. Won't you bless him as he sits and drinks his coffee, hoping for a ride and blinking back the tears. Lord, he's tired and so sure no one loves him, that he doesn't care which way he goes, as long as he can get away from But he's somebody's boy. Yes, he's somebody's boy. Someone back home's waiting for him and praying. He's somebody's boy. Yes, he's somebody's boy. And somebody's love will be as strong, no matter whether he is right or wrong. The sky is dark and hazy as he steps out through the gateway into freedom, and leaves behind him everything he's known for over half a dozen years. Lord, he doesn't even know you're watching. He thinks he's all alone out there, and suddenly his heart is full of fear. But he's somebody's boy. Yes, he's somebody's boy. Someone back home's waiting for him and praying. He's somebody's boy. Yes, he's somebody's boy. And somebody's love will be as strong, no matter whether he is right or wrong. Lord, it's late, but a light's on in the kitchen. He's standing on the doorstep, but he's too afraid to open up the door. Please give him the courage to keep going, 'cause on the other side somebody thinks he doesn't love her anymore. But he's somebody's boy. Yes, he's somebody's boy. Someone right there waiting for him and praying. He's somebody's boy. Yes, he's somebody's boy. And somebody's love is just as strong, no matter whether he is right or wrong. But he's somebody's boy. He's somebody's boy. Someone's right there waiting for him and praying. He's somebody's boy. Yes, he's somebody's boy. And somebody's love is just as strong, no matter whether he is right or wrong.
My goodness, Peter sounds good back there. I'm almost thinking I might like to keep him.
We told him he was putting in more work with us than he does with most of his entertainers, and he said, "This isn't work. Just don't ask me to pile wood."
And folks for that.
I'd like to thank Peter for giving us this opportunity. We have been taking guitar lessons from him. And I don't think we're really outstanding students, but he has a kind heart, you know.
They're great students. You come every week and you pay the toll.
Yes, we do. Yes.
And you practice.
Yes, we do.
I was on my knees, and my heart was breaking, and I cried, God help me please. I called out your name. I had never known you very well, but in you came, and you told me not to fear. You spoke to me so I could hear you, soothed away my pain. Break me, remake me. If I need to be broken again, break me, remake me. If I need to be broken, I want to be broken. Lord, let me be broken again. You were with me then, filled my heart to overflowing. You called me friend. You carried me along. My heart filled with pride because I thought that I was strong. And Lord, if you can hear me, I can't stand without you near me. And I know I was wrong. Break me, remake me. If I need to be broken again, break me, remake me. If I need to be broken, I want to be broken. Lord, let me be broken again. If I need to be broken, I want to be broken. Lord, let me be broken again. Thank you. We usually sing in church or in church jamborees or at funerals or at weddings. And so usually we sing gospel music, but we had so much folk music unused and in a dusty drawer. We dug it out. This is a relatively new one. It's called Her Head Upon His Heart. He was not young
But when he smiled, the boy inside came shining through. Her eyes lit up, and she smiled too. I can't believe it's really you, he said. He took her hand, and when she laughed, it bubbled up and tumbled out. So this is what love's all about, he said. I've waited all my life for this. She laid her down to sleep with her head upon his heart. Her head upon his heart. He hadn't ever laughed a lot. It swelled inside and snapped the knot of fear in which he had been caught. He opened up his arms and she went in. Laid her down to sleep with her head upon his heart. Her head upon his heart. So now what shall we talk about? Of long tomorrows, soft night skies, the light that almost reached his eyes went out. He shook his head. There must be something more than this, she said, into the empty air. She called his name, but there was no one there. She laid her down to sleep with her head upon his heart. Her head upon his heart. She praised the Lord, her soul to keep. Through all the night she cannot sleep without her head upon his heart, and wonders how it ever came to this. She laid her down to sleep with her head upon his heart. Her head upon his heart. Okay. So, we have still quite a pile, but I understand we've gotten the hook, you know, the one more. There's time for one more, and we always do the same one for the last. I wrote it on the anniversary of my daughter Adrian's death, but it's a lullaby, not a funeral song. It's a waking up song, kind of. Don't hold on to a day that is almost gone. The dark is gentle and soft as velvet tonight. Darling, close your eyes and do your sweet surprise. You will awake to marvelous light. There's a time to gather stones and to throw the stones away. A time when you must speak and a time when there's nothing left to say. For everything, a time that's best. And now it's time to rest. By your bed, my little sleepy head, the watch of angels will keep you all through the night. Darling, close your eyes and do your sweet surprise. You will awake to marvelous light. There's a time to sow and a time to gather in, a time to tear all things apart, and a time to mend. For everything, a time that's best. And now it's time to rest. And now it's time to rest. Don't hold on to a day that is almost gone. The dark is gentle and soft as velvet tonight. Darling, close your eyes and to your sweet surprise, you will awake to marvelous light. Well, thank you so much. And thank you, Peter, for having us here. Thanks to all of you for coming. And thank you, Paul, for hooking us all up.